So, good morning, everyone. We have today the Intel Core i9 7900X test version scam. Yeah, we don't know this is an illegal CPU or it is a legal CPU. It is a fabric for selling version or it is a lab test version in the production history. We don't know. So I buy me in 2017 one of these Intel Core i9 7900X CPUs. This system actually is running exactly with this CPU. You can also check my videos. There are permanently 0 likes all most of the time. So I use this CPU now since 8 years. It's going into the 8 years, and she's a really fast CPU, but she is really unstable for music production. And there are a lot of other little problems are also come with it. One of the issue is that is a Iranian or Arabic support on Intel? What tells you some strange stuff about? You don't need Intel Farrock, you need for this two CPUs, and so on and so on. So the interesting thing is that you also lost your Intel account 3 times. This all sounds like a little bit hacky, but maybe it's much more difficult than this. Maybe this kind of version of CPU doing a lot of other stuff because you have not the safety instruction of the other products. One question is why there is a Intel Core X Series i7 7900X. That's one of the big questions. The other is why it's used 2133 Hertz RAM when it is written 2666 Hertz RAM. This is all questions are not answered. The third part is why it is only take 126, right? Is this correct? 64, 64, 28, 128 RAM and not 265 RAM when the main board is supporting 265 gigabyte of RAM and the CPU only supports 128 gigabyte of RAM. So the questions are pretty big about, but one of the most interesting things is that the TEM, like VROC, what is really interesting, comes a lot of troubles with it. So the possibility to buy yourself a VROC ready, a VROC ready SSD was in the last 5 years by 0%. And if you catch this VROC ready SSDs, it looks like a resold, really unsafe package product for the full price. Yeah, for the full price, you become here two SSDs punched in one pack. They can damage themselves from each other for the full price of the SSDs. Absolutely not new, absolutely occasion and used. and really bad packaged. So this is only the one question of the 5 year of non-possible VROC use. One of the question. The other question is why the CPU comes in that little package here when the selling point of the CPU is giving you something totally different. A clean package of an Intel Core i9 X series. Is this boxed or unboxed? That's not so important. The problem is the product you see here, have paid and get to you home is a boxed version of the Intel Core i9. I'm not really sure this is the same product I have bought, but it looks really nice here. The problem is it looks really nice on that payment letter from the shop, but it looks not so nice from that package. Not so nice. So this is one of the big questions the Mysterium of the Intel Core i9 7900X brings with it. So we're going a little bit a step wider. We see we are able to pay for a product what we not become. Interesting. We are paying for a product what we are not have sent become to us. It's not get sending to us what we are pay for. We become a occasion, a reselled used product for a full price. That's really strange. That's the first what is really strange, and this after 5 years. So now we think how difficult have it to be to become a real Intel Core i9 7900X, what is not a test version or have some security issues inside. So, but this is the actual problem. But in real, we have much more problems. Then one of the more problems what we have is a other problem. So if I going on YouTube and I take a wonderful theme nobody is talking about, like I take a theme I have a long time ago taken, like the universe is just a bubble in a mass of floating fluid substances, what it called universal fluid, right? So the Earth and all planetary systems and all galaxies are just in this bubble because the pressure of this fluid on different substances have created this bubble where we are inside. From the pressure of this massive masses of this fluid, universal fluid all around, we are in this bubble and we are compressed in this bubble, and this is because why all planets are round, right? So we take this term and put this on YouTube. The problem is we never can found something about this term on YouTube before we send the stream. So we seeking YouTube, fluid bubble, earth bubble, blah blah blah. We seeking all and we found nothing interests and nothing from the Discovery Channel, and all over we don't found something about it. Only maybe in H.P. Lovecraft, but not finished, synced out. Only that the Cthulhu mythos is a big kraken, but that's not the answer of that we are living a bubble of universal fluid. Okay. Anyway, so we put this video inside, and 1 week later, when we have 0 likes on YouTube, 0 likes. So no feedback, no likes, maybe a scam, what we skipped out. Go to my website, blah blah blah, hot, whatever. I have no idea. Um, we found a video with a new discovery have been taken. Some scientists have found that we are probably live in a bubble with 200,000 likes. And anyway, 2 weeks before our video is done. Wait, what? Really? I mean, this is what we seek all the time and didn't have found. So in this case, this say to us why it is so difficult to can buy a brand new, not a brand, a totally new Intel Core i9 7900X. And why we don't found a fabric new Samsung SSD VROC ready for $400. Because we are using maybe a illegal black market CPU called Intel Core i9 7900X or a test fabric test product from Intel Core i9 7900X with some security issues. So this is really strange, right? And 5 years later, after release of Intel VROC ready platforms and SSDs and so on, we not become the product what we pay for. We become some strange reselling occasion stuff for the full price of the product, and we ask us simply why. 5 years later, DDR5, PCIe 5, and we even in the position we don't become the product what we pay for. There have to be in background a whole fucking black market, or I'm simply the victim of one of these black market dealers. They're just interested to mirroring your system for themselves. And all this possible through a Intel Core i9 7900X. So who is know something about this? Please like a comment. We see the situation actually is it's not possible. It's not possible to become what you pay for. But nobody to this time say you why. You just get asked, did you have paid what you have bought if you are not paying it, right? And I go to the police and say, guys, I have here something what you can trash because this is smuggler products here for you to trash it. It is from the shop Galaxus, and it is get me for the full price, but you see it is not new and it is not fabric new. So here the full stuff, and they can come to you if they really want to resell that stuff again. Why? Why they don't send me what I pay for? This is a totally strange question. But this is actually the reality. So who knows about that? Don't be shy and type something if you are not get more shy through some black market mafiosis. So um I don't know it's need more 10 months or again 5 years that I can finish my computer, but the thinking that someone like simply do my setup with my post, what in real have come to me is make me really fucked. Yeah. Um, it's uncool. It's really uncool. But maybe some day will come this problem get a solution without to a shot in my head. Thanks for watching.